Alright, apologies, I'm getting started. Let's see, streaming live now. And... Alright, there we go. So, welcome back everybody, for anyone who's been following the streams. I do have... Oh, hold on. Oh, cool. Alright, sorry, gotta do one thing. I'm actually trying to... Okay, anyways, I'm actually on my computer right now double checking the stream, but some awesome news, everybody. Ripped off my headset. So, a while back I was complaining about PS Now and how I actually invested probably well over $100 in a monthly subscription service just to play this game. Which, don't get me wrong, like, it's a really cool service, and, like, if you have the money for it, it's basically, like, similar to renting old games that you just don't want to go buy. However, I stopped by the old GameStop and found this little beauty for 14 bucks. So, boom. Now I got Borderlands 1. So, in this video today, we're going to kind of do back to what I was originally wanting to do and talk about computer science, as well as do a walkthrough for Borderlands 1. Now, if you haven't tried the Borderlands series, or if you've only started on like Borderlands 2, Borderlands 3, and you haven't ever, checked out the first one, definitely consider it, because this is a really fun game. Now, I spent days worth of game time playing this thing, so yeah. And we're gonna start it off legit traditional style. I'm gonna start as my favorite character, Brick. Now, Brick is like a berserker. He's big, he's strong, he bashes things. Yeah, it's just some good fun. Oh, it's a little risky.
You want
anyways.
to hear a story, huh? What about treasure hunters? Have I got a story for you? Pandora. This is our home, but make no mistake, this is not a planet of peace and love. They say it's a wasteland, that it's dangerous, that only a fool would search for something of value here. Then perhaps I am a fool. But do not be fooled by what Pandora appears to be. There was a legend. Many people tell it. The legend of the Vault. My father would always go on about the Vault, even with his dying breath. Advanced alien technology, infinite wealth, fame, power, women. So you can understand why some little kiddos who hear the stories grow up to become Vault hunters. Well, I have a story you may not believe, but I tell you it is true. The legend of the Vault is real, and it is here on Pandora. And let's call it a guardian angel, appeared to guide the Vault hunters to their prize. The tale begins right here on Pandora with the brave Vault hunters, the guardian angel, and most importantly, me.
Oh, never mind. It looks like a blocked scene. Alright, so I guess you don't get to see
Next
that
stop,
intro.
Firestone Depot. Time to gather up your stuff. Who's getting off the bus? You with the sniper rifle and the crazy mask. You look like a Traxican wrestler moonlighting as a dominatrix, man. And you, soldier man. Are those armor pieces from the Crimson Lance you're wearing? And what's your story, young lady? What can you do? Perhaps you can bake us all a wonderful cake. And you, beefstick in the back. I'm not gonna make fun of you. Your burps smell of blood, and you growl like a rabid animal. Anyway, I've got some advice for all of you. It's tough out there, and you won't be able to just beat up on whatever you please until you're ready. Sure, you can take from the bandits or find things in the wild, but equipment you buy from my stores are guaranteed. And if you die, you can't get your money back because you're dead. I kid. No need to be so serious here. And if you're looking for the vault, well, you're going to have your work cut out for you. So don't be afraid to spend what it takes to get the equipment you need. You listen to Marcos. I come from 7 generations of merchants, and I'm the best. Want to know why? Because I'm making it out here, in this place.
Alrighty, so like I said, we're gonna go with the Berserker, Brick, just because he's awesome. They're all awesome.
Don't be alarmed.
Oh, yeah.
I need you to stay calm and don't let on that anyone is talking to you. Start making your way off the bus. You don't have any reason to trust me, but I need you to believe that I'm here to guide you. I'm here to help you find the vault. In a moment, you'll be greeted by a funny little robot. Do everything he says. You'll know what I mean when it happens. I'll contact you again soon.
Okay, so already I know I might turn down that volume on the dialogue, but anyways.
Well, we're here. Don't worry about saying goodbye. I'm sure we'll be doing this all again soon enough. Get off my bus.
See you next time.
Although maybe not. It's kind of hard to hear claptrap,
Welcome
so
to
maybe I'll just leave
Firestone.
it.
I am CL4PTP. You may call me by my locally designated name, Claptrap. Before continuing, please accept this Echo communication device and heads-up display, provided free of charge by the Doll Corporation.
Interesting fact. So he said the Doll Corporation, so apparently that's the corporation that's kind of funding this little expedition now. And a little backstory for those who aren't familiar with Borderlands. Doll is a mining company that came to Pandora to harvest
Great!
resources.
I detect that
and,
your
yeah,
Echo device
they're
is fully
no longer
functioning.
here.
This way, please.
Or, well, they're no longer here in a professional sense. That's actually what makes up all these bandits and psychos that you end up fighting is. It turns out they're all a bunch of old miners or, you know, descendants of miners that got left here by the Doll Corporation that just kind of turned and fled. Just abandoned this
Step right
planet.
up. This is the new U station. When you use this device, your DNA profile is automatically identified and stored. Please activate the new U station now.
Okay. And yeah, the basics are... Nah, what the heck. Let's go ahead with some greens. Nice. Alright.
Excellent! Now that your DNA is registered, you have the best in horrific death and dismemberment insurance. Should an unfortunate fatal incident occur, your new you will appear at the nearest station. Now we can head into the peaceful town of Firestone.
Okay,
This
and
way,
there
please.
is a secret that I'm going to show you, just right over there. But first, we'll go ahead and let the dialogue play out. You know, we're going to play this all the way through.
Oh no, not again! Are they gone? Whew. Those bandits really have it in for us claptraps. Using us as target practice is not part of our programming. And open! Yes!
Okay, and if you're used to the other Borderlands, one thing you might notice right away is it's a little different how... Ah, jeez. Smash him. Okay, and I gotta be careful because I don't have a shield, I don't have anything. But yeah, there's a few differences that are kind of annoying going back and playing this. Like, you have to actually push square, or, you know, whatever game system you're playing Borderlands on, you have to physically, like, pick up the stuff. Where is he? Ah. You know what? Nuts to that guy. We're actually going to show you the secret real quick because that's, you know, this little trick will really help in this first part. So, and I'm already at half health. I know I can scrounge for things. You're not going to find health in these little boxes, but you do get the monies. And in Borderlands 1, it is really important that you find as much money as you can. So there's a couple ways to get up here. Also, you can't mount and climb in this game, so you have to do like I did there and just kind of do like a jump. And look, ta-da, you get a loot chest early on in the game, which usually has, I believe, a pistol, maybe a sniper rifle. Oh yeah. And get this money. You gotta pick up the ammo, and if you hold down the button, you can actually pick up all the things nearby. Now, ooh, level 4? That's bad luck. So, anyways, on the other playthrough that I was doing, kind of testing this out and kind of getting familiar with it again, I got a level 1 pistol out of this. So that was really cool, because then I could just switch to a pistol and have kind of a long-range weapon. Although I was playing as Roland, which starts off with an assault rifle, or like it's basically a machine gun. And yeah, so he had some range, although the accuracy was horrible. And that's going to be the case. Like, Borderlands 1 is very good about making it extra hard with how basic the weapons are. Let's see. Okay. And then if you want to get rid of those help messages, you can just do what it's asking. So, yeah. Anyways, I also wanted to wait for this bandit to get a little closer so I can just run up on him with the shotty. Alright. And I think there's a couple other loot boxes. Yeah, we'll get them. Yep, toilets. Toilets are lootables in this game. So you can get ammo, health, and money from toilets, from the little square ammo chest. I think you can still get health in those on this game. I know you can in Borderlands 2 and Borderlands 3. They started to mix it up, but yeah. Alright, now, gotta be careful, because... And the other thing that you might notice is the map is way different in this game compared to the other Borderlands. Like, you can see on the bottom of my screen there's a red dot and there's directions as I turn. And I know where he is, about. He's like right around here. And he's just firing wild, but he's right there. Is he running? So you can also... Oh, good. I got an insta health file. And now something I noticed is... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, you can hear dialogue of them. So these guys work for a bandit known as Nine Toes. And we'll get to that really soon. That's actually one of the first missions, is to take him out. So, yes, I get it. Perform a melee attack. And I'm careful of these explosive barrels. Damn! Okay, not worth it. Not worth it. Alright, yeah, because I am in desperate need of a health file. Alright, let's listen to Claptrap.
You should open the storage device. There may be something inside to help against those bandits.
Ta-da! So either way, you would have gotten a pistol by this point, and yep, a pistol you can use. So,
Wow!
good thing to get...
That looks like it could do some damage. Okay, let's get this gate open.
Alright, so while he's doing that, and I'm already full on this ammo, and another thing that's different about Borderlands 1 is you actually have what is known as repeater ammo. Let's take a look at that real quick. So you can see all these things. Well, this is alien guns, but like right below what I have selected, you have all your ammo sets listed. So you've got repeater, revolver, SMG, shotgun, assault rifle, sniper rifle, rockets, and grenades, in that order. So, although up here your proficiencies, it looks like revolver or repeater, it doesn't matter. So, and I kind of like that about this game, where like I'm a big fan of the revolvers. You know, the heavy hitters, they kind of mimic the Jacobs revolvers in the later games. But yeah, in this game, and actually we might even have a lot of the same weapons manufacturers. I don't think they changed a whole lot. Like you can see, oh, this is Gearbox, which is kind of funny. Oh wait, are you kidding me? So anyways, here's the basic ones, the normal ones that everybody gets. Vladoff, S&S, which that kind of goes away in the other games. And then Jacobs, there you go. So Jacobs is still around in this first early version. But I didn't even notice. Wow, okay, so never mind. A cool thing about picking up this game is I got the Game of the Year edition. So it comes with all the DLCs, all the bonus content, and that includes having a really nice pistol. Your shoelace is untied. Nice, and that's gonna leave a marks. So, I mean, yeah, let's use it. Use them if you got them, because while this gun is 15, so it's got better damage, it requires level 4. We're only level 2, and this one, it's, you know, starter weapon that does good damage. The fire rate is something to pay attention to, and also that it's a huge clip. You can even see in the picture it has an extended magazine. So, yeah. So I've got my basic starter shotgun, which is okay. I mean, and then you know, you've got your sucker punch. Nice. Alright, enough of that. And pick up everything, too. That's a big thing about this game is the capitalism. You want to sell everything you can.
Controls seem to be damaged. Have no fear. I'm sure I can do it.
Especially with Borderlands 1. Because like I said, the money really matters in this game. Oh, yeah. This has a blade, so its melee does extra damage. Alright. So yeah, so this first part is just like the tutorials about like how you move. He's going to knock that down. And then you have to jump, you know. Okay, crap. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. I mean, there's a good chance we might die here. I mean, it's definitely a lot easier with this gun. Ah, shoot. Okay. Really need health, and I know there's more guys like coming up soon. Oh, and I missed a couple lootables. So, another thing to mention, these skag piles, basically what skags throw up, are also lootables. So, this game is really hilarious in just a lot of the different mechanics it has. You're looting toilets, you're looting, you know, skag throw up, which is kind of like, you know, if you got a pet dog that likes to throw up, that's something similar. And then you have these. These are your generic money boxes. So those always have money in them. And in later games, I believe they have other stuff. But let's see if we can find, yes, some health files, because I don't want to be dying before we even get to our first mission. So, and it'll get easier. I mean, as soon as you get a shield, it'll be a lot better. So. Alright, another cool thing about Borderlands 1 is, and the reason I switched my title back to the whole computer science thing, is there's a lot of running around. So see, is like there's not a lot of dialogue happening right now, like, and we're kind of still in the tutorial area. So I'll actually get a chance to, I mean, I'll still let the dialogue run in the cutscenes, so anyone who hasn't gotten this game or, you know, doesn't want to go get it, wants to see what it's all about, or, you know, maybe you do want to go get it after seeing this, so that's cool too.
Choice, friend. Now go. I'll contact you again.
Oh. Leveling up is good. And that's Angel. She's a disembodied voice that appears in your head. So notice we started talking to her before we even got our Echocast. So, and there's a little foreshadowing here and there about who she really is. I know. I think we already had Marcus say something sarcastic about angels. So. Oh, and then there's this thing. Oh, well,
there is no cause for alarm. This new visitor has resolved the problem.
Well, shoot, I thought I was a goner that time. Damn bandits won't leave us alone. Had to lock the place up tight. I'll let you in. Come on. Damn it. Blasted circuits are on the fritz again. Give it a go from the switch out there, would you?
Alright, so this is our first mission, and you can use R2 to cycle through the text. Something about this game is he'll actually say this stuff. If you notice, you start reading through it, it's like, oh, that's just what he said. So if it glitches out and, you know, he gets cut off, I mean, if you wander too far away, he'll stop talking, I think, and you'll miss out on what he said. Well, this is where you can have it again. So we need to open Building 3, and we need to talk to Dr. Zed.
Now that you've selected a mission, you will notice that a new icon has appeared on your heads-up display. That's a waypoint. The waypoint will tell you where you need to go, depending on what mission is currently active in your mission log.
Okay, so waypoints. You can see it right there above the thing. It flashes green. That's very helpful in this game. Loot piles will flash green like that, like the skag piles we did, if you noticed. And then also objectives will flash green. Alright, Dr. Zed. Oh, you can't hear him. Huh. So yeah, sometimes it glitches out. No big deal. You can still see it down there. Let's see. There you go. Now you can read it a little better. Which is a shame because it's really fun to hear him talk.
Keep the medical equipment working, more or less.
Alright. And then, again, you can see it all there. So if you couldn't read it down at the bottom of the screen, you can go ahead and, if you're watching this later as a saved video, you can go and pause it and check it out. But anyways, yeah, so we can turn in this mission. We get some XP. No money, but this is a story mission, so it's mandatory. And then there's the text again, in case you missed it both other times. So, yeah. And then our next mission.
I'm over here.
So, there we go. Again, you can pause and read that if you want, but I'm going to go ahead and go through.
I might not have a med school degree, but when you get shot, you'll be happy I'm here.
And you can cycle through everyone's dialogue. That's another really cool thing about this game is they spend a lot of time programming like different dialogues for all the NPCs. I mean, it's just awesome. Like, and there's so much you can do in this game.
Now that we're done with all that, please follow me and I'll open the gate for you.
Good deal. So anyways, real quick, this chest, I'm actually not sure what it does. I have 75 keys. Oh, so this is like, they started doing this in Borderlands 2 first. It's, I forget what they call it, but it's a special chest that gets you special gear. We don't really need it right now. We already have pretty OP starter weapons because of the DLC stuff. So, and yeah. And you can get the same thing by paying like the high tier when the games first come out. I know Tiny Tina's Wonderland is about to come out, so as soon as that happens, I'm probably going to invest in, like, you know, the razzle-dazzle that comes with it. So, oh, and I was doing so good not getting hit. And there should be a fourth one? Yes. All right.
Looks like he got under Nine-Toes' skin. Don't worry, he'll get what's coming to him.
Yes, he will.
You did it.
Nope.
I knew you were the right choice. Oh, the poor little robot needs our help. Would you kindly give him a hand?
And we get another mission. So yeah, Claptrap has been shot by the bandits, but the damage looks minor. Perform a quick diagnostic and see if you can find a repair kit somewhere in Firestone. So yeah, definitely pay attention to these messages, because if you ever get stuck on a mission, you know, there's little hints in here, like go look for a repair kit. Like it's basically telling you, like walking you through what to do. And, you know, and again, you can see Claptrap has got that green shimmer going on. And he's got his dialogue going.
That little robot is hurt. He isn't going to last very long without attention. Why don't you look around for something to fix him up?
Okay. And if you have played the other Borderlands, then you already know what's going on with this creepy angel voice that just pops up in your head. Alright, and also, you got a couple ways to find the object. So you've got the waypoint, which as you turn... Oh, and there's loot, which I can't pick up. I'm full. That's what that red slash means. But you can see there's a little money bag on the mini-map. Actually, this isn't really even a mini-map. It's kind of more of like a compass that has other things. So we've got a shop, which is not open yet, in there. And then we've got the mission waypoint. And then you even have meters. Look at that. Which we should be on the metric system too, but I digress. Anyways, so yeah, we've got the repair kit. Now we can go back and fix the whole Claptrap. Alright. And once you've tightened a few screws, replaced some burnt wiring, and judiciously applied a little duct tape, Claptrap is rolling again. Nice.
Good as new, I think. Am I leaking?
He seems to be okay. Now is the time to get moving and play your part in the journey to come.
Oh, come on, let's get down. Come on, everybody. Check me out. I'm dancing. I'm dancing.
I love Claptrap. I mean, he's intentionally meant to be annoying, and you know, whenever he gets blown up and...
Firestone. Farewell, traveler, and be sure to say hello to all the friendly Claptraps that await you on Pandora. I shall now continue my fascinating research on the wondrous properties of sand.
Yeah, Claptrap's just awesome. But he gets blown up a lot. I mean, I think there's a mission in every one where, you know, something's wrong with him, you gotta fix him or stuff. And these are skags. Kind of like dogs. If you shoot him in the mouth, you get critical hits. But especially with this overpowered gun we got going on here, we can just do that. So, and again, those are... Oh, never mind. Those were trash piles that we looted earlier. So that's a skag pile. It's got the bones and the stuff, and yeah.
That ought to do it. I'll see you in a few.
But you can still tell it's a lootable by the green shimmer that it has. So if you see that, you know, get in the habit of trying to like punch all of those. You can punch them or you can shoot them. But yeah, because you're constantly going to be needing more ammo. And don't be worried if you leave ammo behind. I mean, it is kind of expensive, so I wouldn't recommend buying it from vending machines unless you absolutely have to.
You can call me
But
Sid.
that's
Everyone else does.
yeah. Guess this guy didn't give me much trouble. Clearly know how to handle a gun. That's good, real good. You're gonna need it because I've got something else for you. All right, so
Bring in the pain.
shields, nice. All right, but in order to do that, we gotta go fix the machine. All right, so
got
yeah,
what you
as you can
need.
see, this
Now
is a vending
scram.
machine. This is where you get shields, character mods, health vials, stuff like that. And you gotta love the animations they do. Again, the people at Gearbox put in a huge amount of effort into programming this stuff. So, I mean, this game is just chock full of little Easter eggs and little fun jokes and asides. So, anywho, we're gonna go get the vending machine part, and all right. And don't worry, we are going to get to the computer science conversation soon, because like I said, there's a lot of walking around and kind of wandering in this game. And that was my original intention with doing all this streaming and stuff, is, you know, it kind of counts towards my own career. It works for my electronic portfolio, my online presence, as it were, doing these tutorials and helping people. Besides that, I went and got my degree. And I spent a lot of time struggling with what are known as bugs in programming. And, you know, the whole time I spent a good 5 years getting my degree. And it was a lot of hard work. And a lot of that work could have been cut down significantly. Well, one, if I would have actually read the chapters that were assigned reading. I wasn't the best at that, I'll admit. But another thing is, if I had just a one-stop resource like my website that I've done.
What can I do for you?
Yeah.
Know what you need to know.
Alright, anyways, so I'll try to add the link as often as I can. Ooh.
More or less.
Yes, health regeneration. Always be on the lookout for that, because, like, I mean, you might notice I still have some health missing, so I could do a couple of things. I could buy one of these for $105. I only got $1,000, and that's after collecting just about everything I can, including the little hidden loot chest in the very beginning. So, yeah, you can also get these things, which heal a lot more health, but it takes 10 seconds to actually get all that health. And yeah, and these, let's see, I think this one, yeah, it's instant. So if you were to buy this, it would just instantly heal you. This one you can actually take with you, and you can use it from your inventory, which they don't do in the later games, just because there's so many health drops that you can find along the way. But we're gonna get this, and look at that, we are already using our entire bank pretty much, $900. But we have a shield, and that is huge.
You ought to use the machine to sell some things you don't need.
Yes, and definitely listen to Zed. Sell your stuff.
Is there something you need?
Alright, so, and I'm going to do that right now. So you can push R1 to cycle through the menus. We're definitely going to keep that. Can I mark it as? No, okay. This one, let's see, I already know I don't want this, and that's a Hyperion. Hyperion is huge in the second Borderlands. I'd like to keep a sniper rifle around just in case. Yeah, honestly, we got really good melee damage with this thing, and it's pretty decent with its actual damage. It's better, it's as good as this, although look at that fire rate, 2.1. That's a very slow, whereas this is 10.8. It's basically like a machine gun pistol, so, or close to an automatic. Alright, and we're also going to sell this one too, although it does do 15 damage. Again, it's more of like a thumper, and you'll get used to that terminology. There's thumpers, there's mashers, there's different words that they use to describe guns and equipment in this game. So, and there we go. And also we can buy back for money, which which is annoying. I mean, in the later games, I think you can actually buy it back at no additional cost, but say you just made some money, well, now you just gotta, yeah. So anyways, we're doing pretty good. We've got, you know, we're only missing 2 of the, or 3 technically, with alien weapons. 3 of the weapon types already, and we just started, so.
I keep the medical equipment working, more or less.
And I'm not going to read these. Like I said, you can pause if you want to read them. I mean, I'll leave it up for a little bit, but it also appears here. See? I'll let you read through that. Alright, cool. Here we go. Now we're going to start the process of getting back at Nine Toes. No dialogue?
You can call me Zed. Everyone else does.
Alright.
People don't yet trust you. If you're going to ever find the vault, you'll need the aid of the people. Helping Dr. Zed with his Nine Toes problem is a good move.
Alrighty, so now you gotta kind of be careful. I don't know if they show up in the very beginning, but there's a couple of higher level bandits that come out of that little section of rock right there. There's actually a hidden path. I was gonna say, I know there's skags around. Actually, because it's just so fun. And that's one of my favorite things about the first Borderlands, is just the way that the shotguns sound, the way that they move. Like, I mean, they still do a good job of the weapons in the other games, but this one, I don't know why they didn't keep it like this, but yeah, you can just boom. It just seems a lot more realistic. I feel like they get a little cartoony in the second one. Not to say that, oh yeah, shoot those explosive arrows for a fun time. But yeah, all of the games are awesome. Don't get me wrong. Like, I love all the Borderlands, and the 3 sequels are awesome. You get like low gravity in that one, and you get laser weapons, so that's really cool. And you're actually fighting on Elpis, the moon of Pandora. Maybe come on, hello, Running McGee here. Alright, this gun just tears through him. Okay, I wasn't gonna see. Let's see. Look at that damage, 500%. I know we got a shield, so we can. Boom. That's like a one hit early on, so that's awesome. So if you do go and pick up the first game, you know, like I said, it's only like 14 bucks. I mean, not that big of a deal. That's like 1 month of the PS Now subscription. So, yeah. And granted, there are some things I wish I could do. Like, I do miss being able to slide. Like, you know, you got your duck or your crouch. Actually, I think these guys start popping up now, or if you go too close. But there you can see that's a path to, I forget his name, but that's another mini-boss. So, and definitely don't just go wandering in there until you're at least a few more levels, because he will just destroy you. So, and there's a lot of that in this game. If you don't know what you're doing, you'll come up against enemies that are way overpowered, you know, way higher than your level. At the same time, though, it doesn't really scale very well, so once you do get to a certain level, if you forgot some stuff and decide you need to go back, it's going to seem really easy, like no challenge at all. Because you'll just basically one-shot everything. Alright, cool. Funny he's talking about taking out his eyes, because we're going to go talk to a blind guy. And I like TK Ba. I love all these characters. They're just awesome. Alright. Yes. Okay. And notice you get a lot of experience from all of these things. So if you are struggling at any point with any of these games, it's true for all the Borderlands games. If you're just getting killed, you're getting wrecked, whatever, I mean, and you're spending a lot of money on reincarnation, then try doing side missions. It's fun to just do the side missions anyway, because there's so much hidden content. Oh, yep, and there they are. You see the red dots? We're going to ignore them for now, although it's not the best idea in the Borderlands games, because they will keep following. I mean, to a point. Like, I think they might even still come up over this ridge, and yeah. Anyways.
You? One more step and it'll be your last. You should have seen the look on your face.
Alright, now TK is a really interesting character.
Smells like
and we're going to rob him.
How you liking our planet anyways?
You know, he's got the Baja shirt, you know, he's got the shotgun. He's blind.
Don't worry about me.
And a little backstory, which you'll find out eventually, is he comes from a family of weapons makers or weapons manufacturers. So I think it's his dad that has an actual vending machine in his house that we'll find later, and you can get some really cool guns. Let's see. All right, sorry, I'm going to be reading these too, so you know it'll give you a little time to read them as well. But yeah. Alright, as you can see, there's still a red dot on my little compass. So, I'm not sure. It looks like they're over. Oh, he despawned. Nope. Okay, so we'll just have to keep in mind that that's a thing. Got him. Alright, so this is a skag pile. You know, notice the green glow. And, yeah. I'm actually doing pretty good on ammo. That's one thing I noticed with my Roland character. I did the soldier for my other little, just playing this game after not playing it for so long. Ooh. And Brick is still awesome with the melee because he brings out a freaking pipe and he just bashes things. So, yeah. And there we go, another level. So we regain our health every time you level up. Eventually, I think it might be level 5 you gotta hit. Yeah, because we're 4 and we haven't hit it yet. Oh, and also, I'll point out, notice the green shimmer again. So any mission item, you'll get this little menu or this little thing pop up, and then you'll see the cup, whatever, And yeah, so that's TK's food, part of it. And you can also shoot these things too, but I don't know. Early game, I wouldn't advise it because you're kind of low on ammo anyway. And that's what I was kind of talking about with Roland. I was running out of ammo for a lot of my guns, which was problematic. So it's really handy if you are going to play this game, go do that starter chest that I showed you, because that'll give you a second gun. And even if you have to wait to use it, you'll still have a different thing that you can run out of ammo. So sometimes that makes all the difference. Although with this gun, if you do get the same game that I got with all the DLC content, I mean, yeah, you get this really cool starter gun. Anyway, so. Alright, and now we have some walking. So now let's talk computer science. So like I was kind of starting to allude to the point of all these projects. There's a few points. Like one, it's good to explain this stuff to other people because it solidifies your understanding of it. And actually with the website project that I've done, I've gone back and relearned Java just because I haven't used it in several years. I guess like 5 years now. But I used to know how to program a lot of stuff in it going to school. So, and I would still highly recommend getting an actual 4-year degree or 5-year, as it sometimes turns out.
Mostly anyways.
But yeah, let's read this. Nice. Alright. Alright, and that's that vending machine I was talking about it a little while ago. Alright.
You've done well. I've decided to reopen my Firestone franchise thanks to you. Head into town and buy some new gear.
Alright, it looks like these guys didn't despawn, which is troubling. Oh, there's a midget. So they call them tinks later on in the later games. But yeah. And we're still at full health, so yes, getting a shield definitely helps out. Yeah, so what we're doing now is we're going to that vending machine that was previously closed up, but Marcus just said that he's going to open up shop again here now that there's actually some action going on. And yeah, here we go. And of course loot everything, you know, and take a second to appreciate the art. We got headless guy with a shotgun, and then we got that. So yeah, and those change with every game too. They become, they're really funny, you know, they're really clever. Definitely check them out. Alright. And oh yeah, we're full on all that ammo. Okay, and so first we gotta get grenades. Alright. Now, and this is the same in all the games. R1 throws grenades, L1 does your special skill once we get that. And yep, we have grenades. And you can also get grenade mods in this too. So those are the 4 weapon slots. Here's your grenade mod. Here's your character mod. Actually, I don't know if you have to be a certain level to use them in this game. I know in the last, when I was playing Borderlands 3, you had to be a certain level before you could even use the character mods. So, anyways, let's check out the weapons too, because, yeah, already that's a better shotgun than we have. That's a really good shot. Ooh. I'm going to get it, because it's important to know the importance of elemental damage. So this has fire damage. Oh, it's rockets. Oh well, whatever. Still fire damage. So let's go ahead and equip that. Let's go ahead and test it out. So just be mindful that you're shooting a rocket now. This is basically a rocket launcher. And the rockets have a weird flight pattern. They kind of, you know, float, list. It really does. It mimics like real world mechanics and like physics. So awesome. Now we gotta go all the way back to TK. Alright, and I'm gonna be doing a lot of digressing. I'm gonna be very split focused. My attention will be split between, I got my computer here for the streaming stuff, and I got, oh, and these guys are already back. Is it these guys? Yeah. So yeah, fired if you can get a hit. And there is a little bit of splash damage. Now for a shield, even that really high melee damage wasn't enough. But you'll notice that other guy died because he was on fire. Fire will do DOT, or damage over time. That's why it's really important, if you can get a fire weapon like this early on, definitely do so. And yeah. So, because it will literally just melt your enemies. There's also corrosive damage, there's shock damage. I think it's just the 3 in this one. And then you also get cryo damage in the pre-sequel.
You're not a skag, are you?
So that's like freezing damage.
Lucky
And
you.
then,
I only shoot skag. Mostly anyways.
then you have radioactive damage in Borderlands 3. So it's kind of like a mix between fire and corrosive. So, alright. Alright, and that might be useful, it might not, because honestly, with the high fire rate and the high magazine size, this gun is really overpowered. It's really good. So, there's some lootables here. Also, I think there's an accomplishment for getting all the lootables in the game, which, I mean, good luck doing that. I've been playing these games for years, and honestly, I don't think I've ever actually achieved that, so. Rock. Cool. Yeah, and even splash damage. You can melt them. Boom. Alright. And I like to smash those things when I can instead of shoot them, just to save ammo. So, anyways, back to computer science. You know, what is it? Why learn it? Well, really, it's a field of study. It is a science, even though you don't do a lot of the same experimentation practices that you do in some of the more traditional sciences. It is still very much a science. It's very cumbersome. There's a ton of stuff that goes into knowing it. But one of the main things that you need to know if you are going to pursue computer science is programming. And I do a pretty extensive walkthrough on how to do Java programming. I've got my Python one about halfway done at the moment of this video. And I'm also working on a C# tutorial. And also, well, actually, let me even just... Oh, can I not smash it? Shoot it? There we go. Yeah, sometimes this game glitches out, but nothing too major. We can get around it. But anyways, so you're going to need to learn how to program. And so I have an extensive amount of tutorial material on just the different programming languages. And don't get hung up on learning just one.
I heard that blast all the way over here. Bam! Time to give Nine Toes a piece of that. Woo! I'm updating your ecosystem with his location. Come and see me once you put his bits to the grinder.
Yeah. And Skag Gully. This is how you travel to different areas. So, anyways, yeah, don't get hung up on just learning one programming language. It's actually pretty much required that you learn at least 2 or 3 programming languages if you're going to have a successful career in technology. So, oh, and here's a grenade mod. So, if we had $1,000, see, we're only down to 820, and that's why it's really important to grab all the money you can in this game. And we're not going to hit that in 2 minutes. See how the countdown timer is going? And they might have other stuff. Ooh. Oh, storage deck upgrades. Now this is what I'm actually going to be spending my money on. So right now I know I'm going to need... Let's do repeater. And that's all we can do. We can do 1. So, yeah. So you can buy... You can't afford that. And I don't think it lets you actually do it. But you can increase your grenades. This increases your ammo counts for all your weapons. So now we have 300 instead of 200 rounds for our repeater. Which means we can just go a little crazier. Which is good because this one just... It's a bullet hose, as they describe guns in later games. I think Marcus says that, but... Anyways, yeah, so back to computer science. Basically, any career in technology, whether it's IT, software development, software engineering, you're going to need to know how to program. You're going to need to have a basic understanding of what programming is, how to do it, write scripts, or actually whole programs. It's just good to know. Plus, that's actually one of the most fun things about computer science, when I was learning it, was learning how to write code. And kind of a basic overview of what that even is computers only understand one syntax. like everything can be translated into a very long series of ones and zeros. You know, everything from this game, like this gun, the actions, you know, the animation of doing it, everything. And also, before I forget, I did want to mention that anyone who is a successful streamer or is even able to get streaming set up, you could feasibly look into a career in IT. I mean, you'd have to start at the bottom, which is usually a help desk position where you work with a ticket queue of IT issues and stuff like that, answer a lot of phones, instant messaging, emails. So it's definitely good to be good at multitasking. But again, if you're a streamer, you know, you're constantly checking, you know, people's comments and stuff like that. Oh, nice. We got the customer or the character skill. Let's go ahead and do that. Berserker. This is awesome. This is another reason I love Brick, is because you just go crazy and you just punch stuff. Like, you go nuts. And all of these other skills add up to it. And so you can kind of, the way that I usually do this is I'll look at the highest skill and see if I like it. Yeah, so that's not great for rockets. I mean, it takes a minute to regenerate too, but that's something you'll find out really quick. Like that skill increases your magazine size, and you can also do the SDUs or the storage deck upgrades to do that. But yeah, like this has a skill that increases your magazine size for launchers or rocket launchers. Yeah, so that's more for a rocketer, although it also has, yeah, so reload speed and stuff like that. And then this one's more of a, well, yeah, you can see brawler, tank, and blaster. So tank is more like increase your health, increase your shields. Blaster is more about weapons and, you know, explosives and stuff like that. Yeah, that's really good skill. I mean, your explosive damage going up, so as long as you keep a healthy stock of grenades and rockets, this one's good. And yeah, plus you get regenerating ammo, which is a really cool thing. And I think Borderlands 2 has a bunch of guns that actually regenerate ammo. Now this one, let's see. Your shield regenerates really quickly, so that's good. Also, you get a damage bonus based on your shield, you get all that. So anyways, I'm going to go with the brawler. I don't have any skill points, but I like this one best because it regenerates every time you kill someone. And you'll see as we get going, like, we'll get into some situations where we're just punching a bunch of people and just, you know, killing left and right. Also, you can get money, which is really handy. Money's huge in this game. And yeah, alright, so anyways, enough on that. Back to the science. So, yes, computer science is a science. It requires programming. And yes, you do programming in programming languages like Java, C++, Python, C#. I mean, there's just a ton of them. There's even the older languages like Cobol and Fortran that you might need to learn for certain jobs just because they have legacy things. Also, notice the green shimmer. Get that gun. Alright, so yeah, the damage is better. The magazine size is smaller. I mean, we can just do a quick comparison. We got 28 versus the 16. I know the fire rate's like 10 on this one. Let's see. Yeah, 10.8. And it also does wicked melee damage. Like, if I get into a hairy situation and I gotta start meleeing my way out, there you go. But we'll take it to get the achiever, the, what is that, the task, the goal. Anyways, oh, so that's actually 9 toes. We need to, oh, that is where we need to go, sorry. And there is also a hidden chest around here. We're not gonna go, now let's try to take on 9 toes first. I mean, because I think there's another mission. I need to remember how to get that. But there's a mission where you gotta find Echocast hidden. And they're called midgets in this game. Wonderful. Alright. This is a one-hit. Nice. And we're barely taking any damage. Our shields are still pretty strong, so there we go. Alright. Now, the cool thing about having a rocket launcher...
Your first real challenge. I hope you've toughened up enough.
Not that it's a huge deal, but I called these skag piles earlier. I think these are just piles of trash, but still give you stuff. But rockets are ranged to a point. Horrible accuracy, but instead of having to wait until you're really up close, you can actually kind of snipe them with that. And let's sell off some of the stuff. I mean, I know we just got it, but I don't think there's any special achievement for killing Nine Toes with... Oh yeah, we're going to definitely keep the shotgun. And we can use our sniper now. And we've got this. So we've got options. If I have a hard time killing Nine Toes, I'm just going to whip out the hive mind and, you know, just blow them up there. Although you got to be careful. You might notice I only have 16 rockets. And I've been trying to gather every piece of loot that I can. So, yeah. I'm going to sell off the ladyfinger. It's good, but we have better. And it's also good to constantly look for shields. Like this one has very slow health regeneration, but it has a higher capacity and a higher rate. So you'll notice those green arrows, they kind of denote that it's better than what you currently have equipped. Now we also have something like this with fast recharge is okay, but I really like... Oh, and also notice the prices. We couldn't afford this even if we wanted to. Even after selling off our extra guns, we've only got 445 bucks. Definitely can't even afford that. I know we're not going to get that kind of money in 17 minutes. Yeah, so any of these shields, we can barely afford healing kits, so yeah, collect all the money you can. Alright, as we go in here, so yeah, I was kind of talking about IT. That's something you can do without a degree. You basically just need a high school diploma for that, a lot of jobs. And the cool thing about that is, as you work in that field, you know, you spend a year or two doing a help desk job for someone. It can even be a call center. That all counts towards the experience, because you're usually working with like a ticket system. Oh jeez, I'm gonna die. Not today. Whew. I'm gonna hold up a second, kind of heal. Notice I am regenerating. That's why I really like that first shield that we got, is because, you know, now I don't have to be wholly dependent on finding health drops from loot drops and stuff. So, all right. Anyways, yeah, IT. You can do a help desk, a call center job, like any of that, right out of high school. You don't actually have to, you know, get a degree. Even though I highly recommend it, still, it's not required. And then from there, you can learn about a lot of different technologies. You know, the better you get at that job, the more you'll be qualified for other jobs in the next tiers. So, and that's kind of one thing about tech jobs. You almost need, you know, several years of experience just to get any of the really good jobs. All right, now, yeah, we'll go ahead and use these two. So yeah, so be ready to take like an internship, or, you know, it still should be paid. They don't do unpaid internships in technology often.
The wrong door. Ah, yeah.
Anywho, yeah. All right, well, let's do this fight. So you notice I wasted his shield. We're gonna go berserk on him. Boom, just like that. And this fight, when I first played this game, it took me forever. I died several times, and I just made that look like a cakewalk. Ooh, and purple. Alright, so it's like, please, or no. I forget the anagram they have for it. Oh, a couple of purples? Wow. Alright, that's awesome. So anyways, you might notice that I got excited about purple. Well, purple is a lot more rare than, say, these are whites. They're the low-level tier, basically trash items. Even though we do have an elemental one, which I'm going to be using. But, like, right there, we've got slow fire rate. It looks like it's got melee damage. Yeah, it does. You can see there it says plus 100%. So still not as good as ours. So, a big clip for if we didn't just start off with this really good gun. And then you got this one from Dahl. That one I think costs 2 bullets every time, but it does double damage. So even though it's kind of more of a thumper, it does a lot of damage. Excuse me. I think I'm going to start needing to have some water. Anyways, let's go ahead and we got a skill point from that. We leveled up. And yeah, so that's more melee damage, so our punches do better damage. We can also berserk for longer, but let's do the more damage. We're going to be investing in both of those. But then as soon as, you know, we're able to, we'll definitely go up there. Basically, a piece of advice I have for anyone wanting to do Borderlands is try to focus on just one skill tree. It doesn't really do a good thing. Like, you can invest in the other skills, but if you want to reach that max skill, you have to get so many of this tier, then so many of this tier, and so on until you get to the final tier, where you just need one skill point to unlock the ultimate skill. And you're going to do that a whole lot faster if you just focus on one category. So we're in the brawler category. You can do tank, you can do blaster. And yeah, and definitely once you've beaten the game, or even if you've just gotten pretty far in it, you might go back and, you know, maybe even make a new Brig character and try out a different tier. You can always respec later, but I don't think it's as fun because, like, really they designed these skills to kind of correspond with your gameplay. Like, early game, these are the skills you need to have. Same with all, like, this tier 1 you need for the early level, you know, enemies. However, a lot of it, you'll notice that it says, you know, plus 12%, or, you know, it's not. Let's see. It's also kind of like a good example of scaling versus hard coding. So if it said, you know, plus 50 melee damage, or, you know, plus 5 melee damage, you know, that would be really bad for higher level things. So the cool thing is these scale, and that's a computer science term as well, something that you need to know. So the reason I say that is it has percentages. So if you're a level 30 berserker, if you're a level 30 berserker, and then you wanted to get into this skill tree, you could, and you could get it, and then it would still be useful for your, you know, end game type play. So I guess never mind. You don't have to make a new character. You could just start doing a new skill tree, but then you wouldn't be able to experience, like, the benefits of just those skills. Like, now I know, like, what it's like to play the game as a brawler. You know, if I want to change to a tank, I can turn around and respec and dump all my points back in all of this and get the high skill. Same with blaster, but honestly, I just like playing this game a lot and playing all the playthroughs. And if you get too OP for this game, the DLCs are actually kind of boring. I mean, they're still fun with the content that they have, like the actual little jokes and Easter eggs you can find, but as far as the actual enemies, they're definitely not challenging if you become too overpowered, so, you know, keep that in mind. And you can always just start a new game and, you know, try to venture that way early on. Oh, and yep, see, 88 bucks, we're going to take it. Like, these guns are worth a lot more than the later Borderlands games. Alright. And we don't have to worry too much about these. Like, yeah, they might have money, but our ammo's doing pretty good, and we already got the storage deck upgrade. And there's even a loot or a weapons chest in there. I think there's another hidden one up here. So there you go. And yeah, so that's why this is kind of like a walkthrough too, because I am going to be finding everything that I remember from my previous playthroughs of this game. I've beaten this game several times, played with all the characters, and that's another reason I just love this franchise, because oh, and now we have SMGs. Not sure if I'll use it. I'll probably keep it around, get some ammo for it. Nice. Yep, there's money and ammo. Okay, so yeah, so just by watching this, you'll get a pretty good walkthrough, and you'll get tutorials on computer science, and maybe just the random chatter entertainment. So yeah, that's the point of these videos. All right. So back to IT. I would definitely recommend, if you're curious about technology jobs, check out IT. I had a lot of fun doing it. I was a Tier 1 help desk technician, and I basically answered phone calls whenever there was like an emergency or someone locked themselves out of their account and they needed a password reset. And check out my website if you're interested in a career in technology, because I'm going to make a new page for every type of job that I can. I mean, especially ones that I've worked. I've been a software developer and an IT analyst, so I have a page for each of those kind of career paths. And that way you can kind of get an understanding of what's going to be expected. Like, if you want to get into that job, or if you're applying to that type of job, you can expect to do that work. So.
You must listen. Who I am is not important. The first thing you must know, the vault is real. People will mislead you. They will try to use you, and you cannot be swayed in your purpose. The vault is here, and we will find it. This world is full of dangers. Steel yourself and go. I'll be watching.
Okay, and actually, let's see. I know I'm gonna want all this stuff eventually. Oh.
Get your meds here.
we still can't afford it. But I mean, we did come close. 1,500. I would definitely get this shield if that was an option, but I already sold off all the guns I want to, so... And that's going to change. This is called the item of the day. So, as you can see, there's a timer, so if you wait too long, you miss out on your opportunity to buy that. But then there's another item of the day, and as you go through the game, there's certain vending machines that are just better. So, especially like higher level areas, they'll have better loot and better stuff or equipment that you can buy. But yeah, and also one thing to point out, try not to buy ammo. Look at that, 63 bullets for just a clip of, or just one pack of combat. Okay, sorry, so they call them combat rifles, but those are basically your assault rifles, your machine guns, stuff like that. Yeah, 35 bucks isn't so bad, but 56, that's expensive. So even grenades, 100 bucks. So definitely try to pick up stuff as you go. I'm gonna invest in. Let's see, I'm doing pretty good. Let's do shotgun. Oops. Shotgun SDU. Where is that at? There we go. So now we've got 80, go up to 100. And that little 20 can make the difference between having to panic run and go find new ammo or being able to finish the job. Also, I think I sold it, but you get a really good gun from Nine Toes. It's actually, if you read the thing, it's the lore behind Nine Toes. He dropped it and he lost a toe. So, oh no, I kept it, the Clipper. So, low damage, high fire rate, but it has fire. And yes, don't drop it, might lose the toe. But that's Nine Toes' weapon that he uses, and you get to have it. So that's cool. But I'm still going to sell it. And actually, let's look at the map. Let's see. Because, yeah, right here is where one of those echologs is. I don't think it matters. Yeah, we'll come back to it. There's a lot of back and forth in this game, and you don't get to fast travel, at least not for now. Eventually you do get to fast travel. But even then, Borderlands 3 has got a really cool mechanic where you can just fast travel to your vehicle, so that saves a lot of time. Although we don't have vehicles even just yet. Oh, and I got a little... And you'll also notice that we get barely any experience from them now. Now that we're a higher level, you could grind and kill those skags all day and get your levels that way. But it's a lot easier to just continue with the game, and it's a lot more fun too, because if you get to, oh, and actually real quick, this is that fast travel I'm talking about. So right now, ooh, it does have the fast, can I fast travel? I guess it works for the DLCs. Yeah, these are the DLCs that you also get when you get the Game of the Year edition. So I'm definitely not going to go to them now because I will get killed quickly. They're definitely higher level, but you kind of want to hit the sweet spot with that. Like, you want to go to those DLCs at the right time where they're actually challenging and also, but not too hard. Alrighty. So we're doing pretty good. We got the first few missions done. We killed Nine Toes. That's our first real boss. Trying to remember the name of that other little boss that's over there in that little, yeah, where those bandits pop out. He's really hard. It's like Bone Crusher, Bone Splitter, something like that. I've tried to take him on early on, and I've just you'll have a bad time. So, all right. Okay, yes, so the reason I bring up IT as far as like computer science and tech careers is it's a great place to start because you don't need the degree. You can just start.
There are just some things that are too hard to do without the use of my eyes.
I also wouldn't recommend call center jobs. Like, yes, you can get the experience, but those are usually high-stress situations, and it's even easier to get into those. You can work with a temp agency. That's actually how I did. I had some experience working a call center for just like a couple weeks, really, and then they realized I had a technical degree, a bachelor's degree in computer science, and so they moved me to a different client, and that client was actually more the IT work that I was trying to do. So just be aware of that. It's an option, but call centers aren't really the most fun place to work. Sorry. So, and that's something that I would have liked to know before I worked at a call center. All right, let's see. Yeah, let's just keep up that damage. Yeah.
Alright, see you soon.
Alright, so. I think that's damage all over. Although, yeah, 1 XP, 1 XP. It would take forever. Yeah, you can see our experience meter down at the bottom is slowly creeping up with killing those. But it's a little better with the bandits. Like if I were to go over and kill those, I'm surprised they're not coming after me. But yeah, so. Careers. IT is a good one. Software development is really fun, although be prepared to be more of a software analyst. That's what I found out with my job. The whole time I was earning my degree, I was really excited about programming. I had a lot of fun with it, and I was really excited to get the title of software developer. However, once I got there, I realized that most of their software development was actually done in China, which is kind of annoying. And our main function, job function as a software developer, was to be able to work with the code a little bit, but really more be able to explain to analysts and customers what's going on with a better understanding. Oh, nice. Got a grenade mod. But anyways, we had a better understanding of what the code was actually doing and why things behaved the way they did. So it was still a good experience, but I don't know, that's kind of why that job didn't work out. It was great money, though. I mean, I was making $50K right out of college, so that was nice. Let's see. And it already equipped it. Nice. Alright, so these are grenade mods. Now that we have one, we can look at it. This one's a MIRV, and basically what that means is it splits off into several child grenades. So I think they do the same damage. Each child grenade has 11 damage. Yeah, let's try it out.
That's a grenade mod. Equip that, and you'll find that your protein grenades are suddenly more powerful and are now equipped with special abilities. Always be on the lookout for new and different grenade mods to supercharge your arsenal.
Ooh. That's a good one. You can see the damage is really high. Oh, and here's a combat rifle. So if we got that, we would actually have one of every weapon type except for alien weapons or Iridian weapons, which you won't get those until basically endgame. As far as this, and you get a lot of, you get a really good one from that mini boss, Bone Shredder, I think his name is. But anyways, and you'll notice that's a Torg, although in later games, Torg weapons usually have explosions. That's their claim to fame. This one's just a bruiser. So bruiser, thumper, you know, really high damage, you know, low fire rate, or lower for a submachine gun. And I'm not going to get it. Plus, if you look at the price, I can't even afford it. I've got $3 grand, that's $10 grand. Yeah. Alright, on to the next one. So we check the bounty board.
There are new bounties available in Firestone. Greetings, traveler. New missions are available at the Firestone bounty board.
Alright, so we're actually going to take them both. That's going to make it easier on later in the game. The more side missions you complete, the higher
You the one kill
levels you
all
get.
the crowd when people ask? The catch a ride near Firestone is more busted than my mama's girl parts. Real appreciate you taking a poke at that. The system, not my mom. Hot dog down the skag down, know what I'm saying?
I love Scooter. Alright. And these guys popped up, so... Oh, look at that. So easy. I'm tempted to go in there now that we're getting pretty higher leveled. I mean, we're level 7, but we'll go ahead and we'll do the mission. Alright, so actually, I think we have to select the mission. Alright, yep. So this is a catch a ride. Yep, and Sledge is another boss that we'll be taking on pretty soon. Alright. Okay, I used it. Huh. This is kind of glitchy. It should... Alright. Well, while we're dealing with that, let's go ahead and let's go talk to TK. Because if I remember right, his missions take us back into that Skag Valley area where we took on Nine Toes. And there are a whole lot more things to do over there, so we'll go do that.
Hey, newcomer. I've been looking for you. Thanks. There are just some things that are too hard to do without the use of my eyes.
Alright. Let's actually see if he has some dialogue. No, okay.
Thanks.
We'll go ahead and take both
There's
missions
just some
because they're
things
both
that are
over in
too
Skag
hard to do
Valley.
without the use of my eyes.
Alright. Now this you definitely need to be geared up for because well, let's just put it this way. Just about every part of this game I've had a hard time. Died a lot until I figured out how to actually, play it well. And that's a big thing in this game, being able to gain levels, constantly be increasing your, improving your gear, getting better stuff, upgrading. There you go. And constantly be on the lookout for better weapons. Also, pro tip, keep your weapons reloaded. Like you notice, I had some ammo missing from that. And these skags really aren't worth the time now. 1 experience, like I would have to kill a lot of them to level up. So we're just gonna head on out, unless they're following us, because that's annoying. Anyways, all right. Here we go. That's that other mission I was talking about. All right. So 25 experience. There you go. And then 1. So you can already see the benefit of fighting tougher enemies, not wasting your time so much with the enemies. Yeah, see 25 versus 1. But yeah, still it's annoying to keep getting hit, so I do like to clear them out if they're attacking me and if they're following me. And then you get the better ones. There you go. Alright, so yeah, for this one we're going up here for these data recorders. And a funny aside, data. I know there's a correct situation for each of the forms of the word. I always say data because I learned databases calling them databases. So, I mean, that's just kind of a personal thing. Depending on the company you work for, you might need to call it something else. So, yeah, anyways, be prepared to be flexible. You might learn something one way, and then almost guaranteed every single job that you take, you're going to need to learn a new technology or become efficient with a new skill. And so that's why I'm trying to provide as many different skills as I can. Everything I know about, I'm going to try to put a page on my website. Check out my YouTube channel for links to that. I'll try to throw a link on these streams. I have the link in my bio for my Twitch, so yeah, should be pretty easy to find. Check it out. That gives you a detailed, in-depth explanation of programming, how to program in Java, how to program in Python, as well as some debug situations. And just that alone, like if I would have had that when I was getting my degree learning Java, because that's how I did it. I learned Java, then I learned C++, and then I learned a little C, and just in my 5 years doing a degree, I was doing all that. So these things they're wrecked. So a good way to fight these things is wait until they're like that in formation, and then you have a certain amount of time until they actually hit you. So you can shoot them all the way up to the end. Then it's kind of good to kind of dodge them. Actually, I think we got them all. There's other enemies, but it doesn't look like there's a rack. Anywho, yeah, so definitely check out the website. And I'll be doing these streams. And as I start gaining more popularity and more people start joining in, feel free to start putting in questions in the chat. Any computer science questions you have, I'll at least try to answer them. One of the first things that I teach in anything. Oh yeah, and I guess I should cover that real quick. If you haven't known by now, because I mentioned in a lot of my videos, I'm not an official instructor or teacher. I do have experience tutoring for up to the first 3 years of computer science classes, so I definitely know how to get started. And I do have some professional industry experience. Not a lot. I'm still quite a beginner, so there's that. And, I'm sure there's going to be people watching this video like, oh, I know that. That's beneath me, and that's fine. It's really more for anyone who's interested in getting into the field, kind of like an intro, because there are a lot of useful websites where you can learn computer science, programming, just about everything. Everything's on the internet. So one of the first things that I talk about in everything I do, there's a loot chest. In fact, we'll check that first before we get the dialogue, is how to do Google Foo, which is a term that basically refers to being able to use a search engine effectively and efficiently. And the reason why that's so important, and already, if you're used to like checking out streams, if you're used to looking for streams for your favorite games or just, places to hang out, you're already pretty good at like searching, finding things, using the search algorithms that are provided by things like YouTube and Twitch. So yeah, there's that. And really, computer science is for everyone. I mean, it's not as hard to get into as engineering fields. Like, I know with engineering jobs, I have a family member who's been an engineer for probably close to a decade now, and he's very good in his field. But he had to do a lot of training. He even got his master's degree in engineering to get to where he is. So a lot of time and money and effort. And engineering is just one of those things where, yeah, you can still probably learn it on your own, be self-taught, but it would take a lot of work and a lot of guidance. And, but I'm sure there's actually YouTube videos out there for engineering concepts. I know there are for programming concepts. I'm going to keep posting people as I find them. Like, for instance, if you're interested in learning artificial intelligence, check out Allie K. Miller. She is wonderful. She does these really, brief, basic explanations of artificial intelligence that are really useful and just really good to get you started on that path. But again, in order to do anything with AI, you're going to need to know how to program. And again, that's why I'm doing these streams, these YouTube videos, and these websites, is because, yeah, programming is fun. It's one of my favorite things to do. It's like a never-ending video game. Let's get them upset so they attack. All right. And now you want to wait until they're over land before you start killing them. Because one thing I've noticed, look at that, we almost got all of them. Oh, but those bloated ones hit hard. Especially the bloated ones. Oh no! That scar! That's not good. That is not good. Alright, you know what? I did not mean to alert Scar. But we're gonna bash him. Get him. And you can also go berserk with the rack too. It's a little harder, but you just wait until they get close. Of course they're not coming. But yeah, there we go. We just got TK's leg. Oh, and look at that. An incendiary combat rifle. Definitely gonna keep that. You'll also notice that we're running pretty low on ammo since we kind of went crazy on this bloated rack. Oh, but the reason I say wait for them to be over land is because they drop stuff. Yep, like that. And that's all going to fall where I can't get it. Which is okay. I mean, ooh. Also, something to point out, notice that ×4 multiplier right there below the ammo count, or the clip size. That means that it has 4 times the incendiary effect. So let's look at our equipment real quick. We got... That's ×1, so it's a very basic low-level incendiary. Ooh, that's actually a really good combat rifle too, but this one, ×1. So it still lights enemies on fire, but it has a higher chance, and I think it does more damage per second with the damage over time DOT thing I was talking about. And then, yeah, we've got quite an arsenal going. However, we also only have 4 slots left in our backpack. So we've only got 4 places to put loot that we want to get rid of. And let's see, that's just ammo. Money. Alright. And the second data recorder. Alright, yeah, it's interesting that Scar came over, because usually he's over there, and you gotta fight all these other skags before you even get to that. Ooh, 72 experience? Yeah, look at that, we're about ready to level up, you know, just and I'm sure Scar helped with a lot of that. Yeah, but we're getting low on ammo, which is cool because I can switch to other weapon types now that I have just about a good one of every type. So, yeah. Alright, and I'm pretty sure there's a loot chest up here. We'll 4 up those last 4 slots with whatever that has. And yeah, we're just kind of breezing through. We did that mission. All we need to do is figure out that catch-a-ride glitch. Oh, and this one. Let's do that while we're here. So this is collecting blade flower seeds. There you go. You can read that. Alright, so actually you know what? We could just do everything in this area. I mean, once we collect the blade flower seeds, there's literally no more point to come back to this skag. Is this skag gully? Yes, skag gully. You know, I like to kind of be a little nostalgic of my early Borderlands days. I remember spending hours and hours coming to this area, dying, you know, just learning hard lessons. We're going to just keep going with the damage because, honestly, we haven't really needed any extended duration yet. Alright, now, let's go ahead and fight all of them, and I'm going to switch. Fire. Alright, so yeah, you'll notice that they don't necessarily set on fire every time. And that's what that description was saying, is there's a chance to light them on fire. But it's not guaranteed. And if you get the higher ranked ones like that ×4, that has a 4 times chance to light them on fire. So that sniper rifle that we got is insanely good. Alright. Yeah, I still get a little confused with the way the map works in Borderlands 1. I think it constantly changes according to like where you're looking in Borderlands 3. So it's a little confusing at times, but...
Did you know that by aiming your crosshairs at an enemy, your HUD can display your target's level, health, and shield streak? The higher level an enemy, the more dangerous they will be. If you see a skull, you better get out of there fast.
So that's interesting that Claptrap brings that up. But here's our first blade flower seed. That's what they look like. And again, if you get lost, like I remember having some trouble finding all these things, you know, early on. Just look for the waypoint, and then also look for the green shimmer. They just look like a cactus or a yucca. No, I think that's a yucca. Anyways. And that's what to look for this mission. Alright. I'm a little worried that he said look at the crosshairs, so if we're going to fight some really tough enemies, well, that'll be fun too. Why not? Okay, these are pretty tough skags. It's taken quite a bit to kill them. There's a lot of them. Let's go berserk. Something kind of messed up with running around punching what looks like dogs. Like weird dogs. But there it is. That's Borderlands in a nutshell. You also killed me. It's definitely not a perfectly PC game. It is just a game at the end of the day. Anyway. Whew. That melee bonus is sick. Alright. Okay. And now, on to the next one. I think one of the times I was trying to do this, I actually passed one, and I got confused, so definitely try to make sure you get them before you do something like that. Like, now there's no going back. I am dedicated to going through this area. And that's fine. Also, you might want to wait for when they open their mouth to get the critical hits, like if they're doing this much damage. But I do have my skill back, so start to really get stuck. I can just start punching. And my weapon is running out of ammo fast. Alright, yep. Time for punching. And I love that you get these trophies non-stop. In the later games, you get a bunch of other achievements. So, like, say, everything from shooting things that bullymong's throw, that's the type of enemy in that game, to, you know, just killing things with different weapon types, other manufacturers, everything. You get achievements for just about anything you can do. So, yeah, Borderlands is awesome. We'll just leave it at that. Alright, now the next one, there's still another enemy. And you notice, yeah, these things are getting a lot stronger. So, definitely do some side missions like we're doing, you know, before coming to this area. Alright. Yeah, because, like I said, once you're there, you can't climb back up that thing, so we're dedicated. See the red dots. And we can go punch happy if we want to now. We got our skill back. Ooh, and even that was a one-shot. Now it's like... Yeah, get in the habit of switching weapons, because if you run out of ammo, then you gotta actually change out your weapon to something else, which, I mean, it's still doable, but I believe in this game, if you do this, I think they still attack you. In fact, let's test that. I think there's some skags over here in this little kind of... No? Did they change that? Huh. Oh, that's a nasty enemy up there. That's a shock skag. Might have briefly got a glimpse of it. Kill off these little ones, because one of the worst things you can do in a fight in Borderlands is get overwhelmed by a bunch of the low-level enemies biting at you. But yeah, that thing, badass. Those things not to be messed with unless you know what you're doing or you're high enough level. Because it does shock damage, so our shields are going to go kaput real quick, and we're going to punch it. Ow! He is painful. Although I'm healing. And those other skills... Oh no. Oh no. Back up, back up. Oh, the Mervs. This is intense. We got him. Got him. Come on. Oh, whew. That was pushing it. And look, we got purple. I want to say purple's the most, or maybe orange is even higher than purple. And honestly, I don't remember if purple is a thing in Borderlands 2, 3, and the pre-sequel. So yeah, we're covering some good ground here. We've only been playing for an hour and a half. Started a brand new character from scratch. I'm going to keep increasing that damage. Like, this is going to be nice to have later, but, I mean, yeah, let's get that damage up. Once we get it maxed out, we get 30%, so whatever our character does, he'll get another third added on as a bonus. So, alright, actually, we're close to done with this mission, too. I know that... Yeah, and try to lure out the smaller ones, because you do not want to get overwhelmed. And if you're having a hard time, my advice, like right there, jeez, I already took away my shield. Get out of here. Okay, now there's more coming around the corner.
But if you are having a hard time, if you are dying and stuff like that, keep in mind that you can revive yourself by killing an enemy. So always try to, if you're having a hard time, try to keep one low level around you so you can take this fodder to revive. But also back up a lot. These enemies, they do a bunch of back and forth. Like their AI isn't directly run at the guy, run at the player right away. Like they'll run around, they'll lollygag, they'll figure out what they're doing. Alright, I think a badass pops out here. Oh yeah, notice the green shimmer? So, yeah. Alright. Maybe not. I know there's a loot chest soon as well. And we have one slot, so I'll probably be throwing an item on the ground. Which is okay. I mean, you'll get used to that. Like, I used to spend a lot of time picking and choosing. Oh, nice. Like, what guns I wanted. It was really painful for a while there because, like, I didn't want to sell the good guns that I had. So I was like, oh, what if I want to use it? I'll use it later. But then, the more you play these games, you realize there's going to be a lot better guns in the near future. Also, you notice my shield is depleting really quickly, so that's a good indicator that I've reached the point where I need to upgrade my shield, like, ASAP. So, continue to get money, capitalism. We got $4,000 now, and ooh. And look, you can also see, the cool thing about this game is it'll have, like, color schemes. So, the fire guns, they glow red like that. And already, these are pretty similar. You've got 68 damage. Oh, sorry. 96. So you've got higher accuracy, higher damage. Actually, this one's better all around. So I'm going to take that. But this one's also worth $300. So, a quick thing you can do is just kind of like cycle through. All right, that's 156. But usually go check out the whites. That's $66. We don't need that. Let's, multiply that by a factor of 5. You get 5 times the money. All right, and there you go. That is how you do every single side mission in Skag Gully? Yes, Skag Gully. I believe that is everything in this game completed perfectly. Apologies if I'm wrong. Like already, there might be something up there? No, because we were up there for Scar, or for that one, and then that bridge looks ominous, but really, yeah. And then it's glitching out, telling us, beware of the high-powered. Oh, never mind. There it goes. Cool. So, yeah, I definitely mentioned that if you encounter a glitch in this game, it usually fixes itself. So that might be by design. They might have added some program where after a certain amount of time you do something. And I'm kind of hoping that's the case with our scooter mission because I'm not sure how to get that going. Get 3 experience? Come on. Yeah, that's really not worth my time. Alright, and we're also getting really low on shotgun shells, but notice, now we've got, well over 200 bullets for this gun, so yeah. And again, we're going to sell off stuff, check the shield. Garbage. Also, notice that this one has fire resistance and it's red. So, yeah, it's slightly better, but it's not worth $1,000. I mean, if I'm going to spend that kind of money, I want something that's actually going to be, much more useful. Now, we have some decisions to make. So this already I can tell you, it's nice, but I'm not going to use it. I'll probably keep that around. I don't need the clipper, because I like the pistol that I'm using. I don't... Okay, so now we need to figure out which sniper we want. So this is a ×3. That's a ×4. So already I can tell this is better all around. The accuracy is a little lower, but it's got a much higher chance to, well, 1 level higher chance to set enemies on fire. So I'm going to get rid of these, and they're all worth about the same. So that's $300, that's $300. This one we've had for a while. While it was good for a starter sniper rifle, it's definitely obsolete now that we got this. And even, don't worry about if the damage is significantly lower, because you got to remember there's fire damage. So there's 20, almost 20 damage less going with this one than that one. But it's got a higher fire rate, which is good for snipers. I mean, because they're really slow by design and stuff like that. And even this one, 57, that's just horrible. It's only worth $96. And yeah, same thing, 60 damage. Although it has a bigger clip, so that's another thing that you should pay attention to. This one only has 3 bullets in the clip, so it can kind of be annoying because then you have to deal with that reload time, you know, and you definitely don't want to do that for close range or even medium range, unless you're good at no-scoping, but even then, you've got 3 chances to no-scope, so, alright, let's get rid of that. And also, I have a decision to make with these. So this one, the damage is actually higher, and that doesn't even include the fire damage, so... And it's got a massive magazine size, and usually with these guns, if they have a high magazine count, they kind of resemble the Bandit guns in Borderlands 2 and the COV guns in Borderlands 3. I guess that might be S&S's claim to fame in this one, but this manufacturer, or at least that type of gun, see this one has 18 bullets, but it's a lot more accurate. Actually, no. It's only 3% accurate, but still more accurate. So these guns tend to shoot wild. You know, when you get lower in your accuracy, it's a lot harder to hit stuff, and you use a lot more of that ammo. So, yeah, we'll get that. And also, while we're here, let's go ahead and... I think you can only get one from this vending machine. Like, let's see, the repeater. Yeah, see, if I tried to buy this again, it might just waste money because it says in the description it increases it to 300, but I already have 300. So be careful about that. Don't just spam press and X on all of these. Definitely want more grenades. I want more revolver, because as soon as I get to that point... And actually, you know what? I might just be good with that for now, because I want to say if you invest in the higher level ones, I think in this game you actually can skip these. So if you just decided not to get any of these, you might be able to skip it and get the next tier at a different vending machine later on. Also, ooh, explosive longbow does 20 damage. I remember ours does 11, but it splits up into multiple grenades, so that's okay. We don't need that. Alright. Also, you can't fast travel while you're saving, so that kind of a good habit to get into is kind of approach those save points so it'll initiate that save, and then, you know, time it right to where you can just walk right up and fast travel. Or I guess this isn't even fast traveling technically. This is just traveling back to the other area. So yeah. All right, we got we got all those missions done. Let's see. Yep, just have to do the catch a ride, and all it says to do that is to try to use the station. So, yep, don't worry about these things. They might keep following us. But I'm gonna turn into TK, get my rewards. And that might be what I'm thinking of. Like when you go to talk to people, maybe it doesn't pause. Let's test it out.
You're not a skag, are you? No? Well, lucky you. I only shoot skag. Mostly, anyways.
So yeah, I'm thinking S&S munitions. That's just a thing for that weapons manufacturer. They have high clip rates or high magazine sizes. High fire rate, it looks like, because that's really good for a sniper. Let's see. Nice. Alright, let's see what we get for this one. So, I think that thing's name was... Yeah, it just says... Oh, Kill Scar. There you go. Kill Scar. Alright. And now we get TK's Wave. And that's a popular gun. It's interesting. Let's go ahead and test it out. Plus we got a lot of experience. We're already level 9. Let's go ahead and equip the TK's Wave. Actually, it might be time. No. The damage is higher, but I like the fire aspect. But just to show you what it does, it makes a wave. Now this can be frustrating or cool, depending on how you use it. So just like most shotguns, you got to be up close to really get a lot of those bullets to hit, those pellets. So yeah, we're not going to use that. It's cool though. I mean, and in later games you can actually look at it. Huh. Oh, that's cool. You can lock them and make them junk in this game. Alright. I use that feature in Borderlands 3 just so I don't accidentally sell. other guns, because I mean I'm explaining it now as I go, but like I'll get to the point where I'll just kind of go through and be like, da da da, don't need that, don't need that. I mean, we've got half our backpack full, and these are guns that we'll use, except for this one. So I'll probably sell off these two that we just got. But something cool about Borderlands 3, they actually have a stash to where you can save, and actually Borderlands 2, sorry, has a stash as well. So you can actually use your guns between characters. Alright, now let's see. Can we do it? There we go. So maybe we just needed to have the mission highlighted or selected in the mission. So, alright, let's keep it going. Probably do about another 20 minutes on this one, take a break. Just so these don't get too lengthy, because I'm transporting, or I'm porting all of these videos to my YouTube. So, by all means, you can definitely check these out later. Let's see. Yep, we already read that. Now we got that. Bonehead, there we go. That's who I was thinking of. So let's take on Bonehead. Alright, so now I'll get to show you, and keep in mind we're level 9, so I mean, we're much higher powered. Our shield is still garbage, so that might be a problem. I mean, it's only got 61 points. I'm surprised. Okay, I do remember that these guys would actually ambush you, wait until you'd walk through here, and then they'd start popping up behind you. Ooh, and let's go ahead and test out the sniper, yeah? Alright, so here's how a sniper works. Just gotta sneak up, because as soon as you fire, all of these bandits are gonna start attacking you. Let's see if we can see Bonehead. Is it glitch? There he is. He's level 12. Took out all of his shield. Whoops. And see, now I already got to reload, so get used to, like, hiding. Oh, no. Okay, we're running. We're running. Alright, so yeah. Clearly I need a better shield. It's interesting, because I don't have any other side missions to complete before this. So, let's just try to... We'll try to cheese this guy from long range. Actually, that's not working. Let's go ahead and switch to that. Okay, now, you gotta set him on fire. So otherwise this isn't gonna work. He's just gonna keep getting his shield back. And yeah, this is very cheap to do, but yeah, we don't have a lot of options. Our shield is horrible. Also try to continually damage them. If you can beat it before the shield. Although keep in mind that it goes both ways. Like, we're taking damage. So, yeah, we're just cheesing them from long range. And let's throw them a grenade. I mean, if he wasn't so high powered, like, his damage wasn't so high, I'd run in there and start punching him. But, better safe than sorry. I don't want to die and have to do this over again. Also, if you die in this game, you have to pay money. That's your penalty. And, yeah, we don't have a lot of money to spend, especially since we need to get a new shield sitting. There we go. Whew. And you'll notice we gain all our health back because we leveled. Alright, now is this guy... Not too bad. And there we go, the Bone Shredder. That's what I was trying to think of earlier. But it's a really good SMG. I think it does 2 bullets at a time. So it really eats through your ammo. So you'd wanna, if you're gonna use that, you want to get the SDU for that. Uh-oh. Oh no! That was almost really bad. We almost died to that. Alright, and yeah. Get some health. Let's go berserk. Nice. Was that the same guy? Alright, maybe. Alright, so we got Bonehead. And... Alright. Lots of stacks of cash. How much do we get? We're up to 9 grand. That's pretty good. Also, let's get our skill level. And now, ta-da, we get the next tier. So if you max out one, or I think it's a combination of like just 5, you could have 2 in this one, 3 in this one. And now we can do this one, which means you can leap out at your enemies. And then there's this one. Yeah, so you get even more melee damage. So we've already maxed this one out. We got 30% as a bonus. I mean, yeah, doing pretty good. Alright, let's turn in. Also, there's this, which is for a mission later. Notice it's green, but it's not, it doesn't have that green shimmer. So that just means that it's useful, but not right now. Alright, so okay, and also we're running pretty low on our combat rifle rounds. Oh, and also this loops back. You can get up there and go to Firestone that way. Which, yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and see that. So, it's kind of good to explore. But this is I mean, I use this as a panic tactic. Ooh, actually there might be some hidden loot. I know there's hidden loot in Firestone. Notice we're above Firestone now. You can see there's a pile that I missed. But, okay, so it's got this. Although something tells me... Nope, it's just a back way, or you can circle back. So, if you're having trouble with Bonehead, here's another thing you can do. Although, be advised, like, if you stand here, you're gonna need to turn and jump and, like, you know, retreat pretty quickly. Because, like, as you saw, he was doing a lot of damage. We were dying pretty quick. Our shields, like, basically got knocked out with one hit. Yeah, so... Yeah, we're almost done with this first whole area. It's insane. Alright, so that's the catch ride. However, we can also turn in...
Sure is lonely around here.
Yep, our data recorder. Yep, Sledge. That's our next boss that we're going to fight. Yeah, and an okay shield, but a lot of experience, so it's definitely useful to do side missions. If you're ever having trouble with something... And actually, let's see... We just have one mission left. Dang. We might be ready to move on to Sledge. Alright. In under 2 hours of gaming. That's awesome. It's a lot of experience too. Dang. Oh yes, now we get to drive the car. Alright, let's read the thing. Cool. Now...
New missions are available at the Firestone Bounty Board.
Oh, and might as well. This is going to be a complete walkthrough, or as complete as I can do. So, we'll get every mission, every item, everything that we can do. So let's go back and check out the bounty board. Also, it gets really annoying later on as you're playing if Claptrap keeps telling you there's new missions at the Firestone, or at the so-and-so bounty board. He'll do that for every area. Get a little blood on the tires. Nice, let's see. Read it. Alright. And this one, oh, and this relates to what I was just talking about. So, and I think Bonehead respawns, so that can be annoying. So let's go ahead and try to do this really quick. So basically, you got to find all the journals. Yeah. And is there? I don't know if there is a back way. I think you have to open the door, which I don't think we did. But either way, we can do it this way. And there are those bandits that are going to be annoying. Although they are very low level now, so look at how fast we kill them. Alright. And hopefully we get there before he respawns. I already see some red dots on the minimap, so that might not be the case. Or those could be the skags that we passed. But yeah. Oh, and this is the first journal. Nice. So if you do it like I do, you don't have to fight all these guys all over again. But if you do, we did it.
Tanis, Dahl Scientific Advisor, Day 1 on planet Pandora. I have been assigned to this sector by my superiors to find evidence of abandoned alien technology, similar to that found by our competitor, the Atlas Company, in the ruins on Prometheus. Technology that many believe made them the superpower they are now. This kind of find seems astronomically improbable on a rock like this, but my benefactors believe in it enough to waste my considerable talents. I've only been here for 3 hours, and I already believe this planet will be the death of me. Scientists do not chase myths and legends.
Spoilers, yes they do. But anyways, yeah, that's Tanis. She's awesome. She's a scientist. She's insane.
Day 43 on Pandora. At least I believe it to be the 43rd day I've been here. The moonlight cycles are difficult to get used to. The planet rotation day is over 90 hours long. The people that inhabit this salted dust ball are as ignorant as I've seen in this galaxy. When I attach scientific inquiry to something like the Vault, I'm greeted with silly nursery rhymes and slack-jawed soliloquy about a man who knew a man who knew a man. They drift off into a stupor where I half imagine they're drunk or brain damaged and are unaware of my continued presence. If I believed in hell, I would contemplate how it compared to Pandora. Ironically, such a belief would align me with these Neanderthals.
Yep. I love these side missions because it does give you some really good lore about the characters and some backstories. And I think that is just Skaggs. Oh no, it's one of those guys. Let's get some blood on the tires, shall we?
Drive on, drive on.
That right there is
Oh, come on. I'm about to him.
beaut, man.
There we go.
Our runners ain't the prettiest gal to dance, but she'll put out the second you ask her. And be sure to hit the boost to know everyone wants to catch a ride with the scooter man.
Yeah. So the boost you have to turn off manually by pushing the button again, like I just found out. Other games, if you just stop pushing it, it'll unboost, or it'll stop boosting. There we go. So we already got 3. We gotta kill 10 things. And... well, let's... try to remember... so there's the gate that someone was talking about. I forget, Claptrap or someone else. But here's the jump. So.
You just watching the run.
Oh, we missed him. All right, that's right. Oh, but we made the jump.
Hell, did you just leap over piss wash gully
Okay.
one of my runners? Man, dude, tell me when you're gonna do that crap. That was awesome.
Now, you gotta be careful doing this because... oh, wait. Oh no, it glitched out. Usually you can hit the runner and dislodge it when it gets stuck like that. We can try to... yeah, I'm stuck. I'm completely stuck. So, no matter. We can still open the gate. And I think one of those recording logs... oh yeah, never mind. We do have quite a bit left of this area. We still gotta go down there. Alright, so we're not quite done with Firestone. And we're not quite ready for Sledge yet. And as we're getting closer to that 2-hour mark, I think I might cut this stream off short. Well, not short. 2 hours is pretty lengthy, but still not that great. I mean, it could be a lot better. Like, look at that. 147 versus 91. I'm looking for the high capacities, so... oh, we're still going to wait a little bit. Oh, let's get this. So that's another area. Let's see, Arid Hills. There's a ton of stuff to do there. So maybe we'll tackle that for our next stream. But yeah, I intend on doing a full walkthrough of this whole game, at least one playthrough. I mean, I might go back and do it with the other characters, but it's kind of redundant. Fun to do, but redundant nonetheless.
Let's teach him a lesson.
Oh yeah, these enemies are definitely higher. Oh jeez, we're not gonna lose this awesome pistol. Really? I didn't get him. Alright, but 117 experience, and we're gonna go berserk.
Day 119. I sat in the shower in tears for just under an hour. This is interesting, considering we haven't had water for days. I equate my ever-decreasing sanity with that of the population of my dig site. With the investigation of the symbols and glowing patterns at the site, we finally unearthed arguably certifiable proof of the existence of alien life having been here on Pandora. But this celebration was lonely, as I only have 2 colleagues left. And I'm not too fond of the fat girl, Shanae. I've been told that scientific discovery requires sacrifice, but never understood what they meant until now.
And luckily, if you're trying to do computer science, it's not that bad. Unless you do, if you're going into like archaeology, something like that, you might have like an Indiana Jones type experience like Tannis here, but now that we've pretty much discovered most of the world, I don't think so. So, plus a lot of that is really fiction anyway. Oh, excuse me. Alrighty.
Alright, why don't you come on back? I got something for you.
Nice. And some more of that back and forth, which it wouldn't be as bad if we didn't crash our car, but, you know, lessons learned. At least we got the mission objective, because I've also had that where if you don't hit that ramp just right, you don't make that jump. You end up falling into this gully here, or this, and then you have to, or one like it, and then you have to go off the other way. I thought it connected to this. Interesting. But anyways, you end up having to drive back around, and then I didn't see how much experience that was. Oh, no experience. So that's another thing that can happen. Once you get to a high enough level, you don't get any experience for killing the enemies. So there's literally no reason to kill them. Like, I mean, except, well, I guess there is a reason to kill them if you're annoyed with them following you and shooting you and stuff like that. But, and I think they kind of track really well in this game. Like, I don't think they despawn or, like, get bored unless you get really far away. So let's see. Ooh, and Shock Crystal Harvest. Notice it says difficulty impossible. Ha! Bollocks. I'm gonna do it. Well, next stream. We got about 4 minutes and then I'm gonna cut this one off, so. Alright. Alright. Yes, now we can have 3 weapons equipped. So this is an SDU for weapon slots. Oh yeah, it says it right there in the title. Weapon equipped slot SDU. Alright. Now, something about this game that I'm not too fond of, and they did fix it in the later games, you actually have to activate it. So, and it says here now, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I forgot that. I just use triangle to cycle through the weapons, but anyways, so in order to... Wait, did they change that? No. I guess they did. Okay, so when this game first came out, maybe that's because this is the Game of the Year edition. This has all the bells and whistles, but it used to be you had to go down here and click X on it to activate this weapon slot. Unless I'm just crazy, but I remember thinking, why don't I have 3 weapons? And I thought that the game was bugged, but really it was just me having to go down and activate the SDU. So, huh. Interesting. Well, they might have fixed it. Anyways, let's check out the item of the day.
More or less.
Now, see, this vending machine isn't as good as the other ones we've seen. Like, their item of the day, which is actually not that expensive now that we're rocking 14 grand. But yeah, still we can sell off stuff. Like, let's sell TK's Wave. Sell that one. I don't know if I'm actually going to use that. Let's get rid of that one. Or wait, no. Well, so now we have this one. Yep, it's a ×2. It's got a high magazine. So already I can tell I'll use that before that. And then I don't need that. This is good, but it's like a thumper. It's just a very basic, you know. And this shield's garbage. So now we haven't even used the rocket launcher. We might do that now that we got 3 weapon slots. Yeah, why not? Oh yeah, so when it is good to use the arrows, because when you get used to it, I usually have like sniper on my down arrow. This is my pistol, and then this is my, yeah, so it's good to be able to cycle through them. Alright, now let's see, we got quite a few missions. we've got a ways to go to finish this one. So
This man, Sledge, has something we need.
I like that one.
You are going to get it from him. Sledge is a bad man who has done terrible things to the people of Firestone. Do what you must.
Look at you roll.
Drive.
Actually, wait, what am I doing? We open up the gate. Oh! Now, see, I think it's around the corner, so you still have to... I just wanted to kill him like that. Alright, let's try this jump, and let's try not to get our car stuck. Gotta hit it straight on. There we go. Alright. And let's just run in here. This might be a bad idea. Yeah, because... oh, gosh. In order to get that journal... yeah, we gotta deal with some really high-powered enemies. Although we can get some more roadkill, so let's go ahead and finish that mission. Alright, so we're at 2 hours. I think that's a good place to stop. Let me get some more roadkill. Oh, missed it. Oh, missed it. Got him. There we go. Alright, so we got that mission. And also, the shock cave, I believe... no, maybe it's a little further on. I thought it was right here in this area, but this area kind of keeps going. Like, if we go back up to the road, and you can follow the road to kind of progress. Like, there's a bunch of missions down in there. We actually have to get the gate key to get to Sledge down there. And then there's even like a blood dome type thing over there. But anyways, let's go turn in our mission and call it a stream. Not necessarily call it a day. I might actually hop on here again. Definitely planning on doing that. Oh no! You gotta be kidding me. I got stuck. Sad day. Oh, did they disable that? Is that not a thing anymore? You used to be able to punch these things. Alright, well. Let's turn in the mission and then we'll call it a stream. But anyways, what I was saying is I'm going to try to do Tuesdays and Thursday nights for streams. That might change as I might be starting a new job soon, so I'll at least do it for the next couple of weeks and then adjust my schedule accordingly. But I definitely plan on talking about computer science and playing these games, doing a walkthrough, and then also kind of like a podcast, Echocast type situation with, you know, programming, computer science, IT, artificial intelligence, machine learning, parallel programming, just basically anything that you can think of in computer science, I'll try to cover, at least a basic understanding. Because I do have 1 year experience software and 1 experience IT. So it's not a whole lot when you get to be like a real professional. You really need to rack up at least like a good 2 or 3 years in a field before you're considered even like, you know, mid-level. I'm still a beginner, and I've been studying this stuff for over 10 years, so yeah, it takes time, takes patience, but yeah, there we go. Alrighty, and are there any other missions? No. We can do this one easy next time. And then this one. But yeah, in order to keep these videos somewhat decent, like I know a lot of streamers, they'll have like 3 hour and 4 hour long videos. And
Is there something
honestly, I don't really enjoy watching those. They're too long. So we'll stop that there. We already did quite a bit of missions. We're level 11. Like, that's a good start for a first video. Oh, and we got proficiencies. Let's talk about that real quick before we go. So the more you use a gun, the more proficiency you get. So right here, it already has 6% reload speed, and I don't know if I have to fill that bar all the way. Probably have to before I get that bonus, or maybe it is already active. So these are weapon-specific enhancements or attributes that you can get. So the more you use a submachine gun, the better it's going to be. Same with all of the other guns. And notice you have the Iridian weapon proficiency. So that's the alien guns that I was talking about. And you won't get those until the very end game. But you can start working on the rest of this. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to fill the bar because I've barely used my combat rifle and already it says 6% reload speed. So I'm guessing that once you use it enough, you get the bonus, you get the perk. So, alright, that's enough for now. We will... Oh, I got some notifications too. Sorry, apologies. PlayStation has this nice kind of layover scenario where I can see chats on here, but I'm still working on getting the overlays set up. So, and again, if you can do streaming on Twitch and you can do it to where you actually have all the bells and whistles set up or a lot of it started, you can get a job in IT. You just have to start off as a help desk analyst or something low level. And I'll definitely go through more job specific stuff on what can help out with that later. So, alright. Ta-ta for now. I'll see you next time.